Yeah, we're starting new.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello?
Okay, first things first. Let me crank up the volume just a little bit. Also, hi, Evie. Excuse me being quiet. I didn't, not adjusting earlier. I did not want to mess with the cutscene.
Anyone
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, no, ever since I moved to evening, yeah, I can't see your streams much. You can't see mine because we're streaming at roughly the same time. What's this? We'll probably want to read this. Federal Bureau of Control. Reminder. Certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, really anything smart. Number 2 pencils. Why number 2 pencils? Any object considered iconic representations of an archetypical concept, e.g. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrance. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. That's a very strange list, to be honest. Alright. Okay, pick it up a little.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Okay. I'll note I'm playing this mostly blind, so I can't guarantee I'll find everything. But I'll find what I can and certainly read it, because attention all redacted, a shark in his, although secure, permission to, following basic protocol, shoot to kill, good luck. What the heck? Yeah, I've been making a joke about that. We are in definitely not the SCP right now.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you are helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you halt.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book. The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
We're in for a trip.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Yep, I know G to go to collectibles. What did I find? Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for today for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. That's curious. That even more so.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
So, yeah, the cracks about SCP are more true than you think. We're technically holding one right now. Can you see what the board is saying, or do you need me to read it from here on in? I'll note it's not like my reading it will help it make any more sense. He's a bit weird. Okay, because that's something I'm a little worried about, because the board doesn't speak as such. You really have to be able to read to know what he's saying.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
And then it does that, which I'm not sure that's how guns work, but okay, we'll roll with it. Hello. Hello. Actually, wait, I could just melee. Who's doing that?
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
So, funny thing about the...
Quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Now? Okay. I was about to say, funny thing about the gun is I have played a little bit further into this game. One of the later documents you find has led me to believe that this might not necessarily be a gun we're holding. I don't have an answer for what it might actually be, but it just looks like a gun would probably be the simplest way to put it. Hi there!
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
Whoop, gotta hide. Oh, I have some stuff here. Object power is the video we saw already, so no need to worry about that one. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility and the privilege. Zachariah Trench. Yeah. Service weapon, OP1-KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedure required. Description/para utility. The object's form is variable, hence why I said I'm not sure it's a gun. It's just kind of choosing to be one right now. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to something. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of... They probably mean director, since that's how we ended up with it. The object will determine whether... something. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the we don't know, though their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, something, many forms throughout history. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Vards, Astra, all weapons that of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. So, I'm getting the sense this gun is basically every last legendary weapon that ever existed ever. Like, they don't mention it, but I bet it was also the Spear of Destiny. We also know that we're only able to hold it because it apparently is allowing us to. If it wasn't cool with us having it, I don't know what would happen, but we'd be very much dead and this would be a very short game. Reminder, redrafting any public-facing material. While pending any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Word/phrase to use in the service of his/her country. Regret, proud/pride, will be remembered. Word/phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors. Blood/bleed. Loss, apologies/sorry. Again, the list is being weird. Why can we not mention Alaska or scissors?
The hotline. Secure line of communication.
Oh, there.
Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the disc.
Where is it? We're picking up something called undefined reading, but it's nothing right now. Strange. Also, I don't know what's happening with these two. Found a shelter of some... What the hell? I don't know why they're floating. Oh yeah, AWE's Altered World events, right. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall. We checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this, all the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things, or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Hello. You know, given what we've been dealing with so far, I think I'd prefer the boredom of duds over things getting more lively. Oh, hello. I can hear voices, but I can't make out what anyone is saying. Yeah, pretty much that. Dinner reservations. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she is turning 46. Did somebody on official stationery set up a reminder for their wife's birthday? You know, given the craziness we're in, that's weirdly mundane. Looks like I want to go down here.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That
Did I just talk?
battle's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Did Jessie just have a dialogue with herself? We got a thing. Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. 1. Are you here to see someone? 2. Are you from New York City or just visiting? 3. How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem redacted, escort them to a private room. There, perform the honor psychological assessment. If their responses are within acceptable range of the deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then redact it immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. Excuse me. Examination of paranatural topics, urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as a modern evaluation of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain redacted, informed by our own redacted, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven urban legends can even be artificially redacted in popular culture using redacted. Our Bureau made an anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination excavates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on redacted, a pair of scissors that consumes human redacted, through 2 punctures in the redacted. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for the full report. You know, the scary thing about this is kind of implying that Slenderman exists. Or really any, well-known fictional creation you could think of. Somewhere Cthulhu may yet lie dreaming. Yeah, I really don't know what to make of the people floating. I know they're everywhere. Clearly something incredibly bizarre has happened here, but I don't know what. More stuff.
She came from across the sea.
Should probably turn that off. Looks like we want to go down here. I guess we jump in. I think we found a boss.
Must cleanse control points.
That almost killed us. Fortunately, those little blue things you're seeing, they're health. Enemies drop health when you kill them.
Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Again, Jessie seems to be talking to herself.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
So, about the things looking less cubist painting, we'll get to that in a bit. There's something a little funny about this place, which I just realized is an incredible understatement, but we'll get to that. Meanwhile, I do find it a bit worrying that there's... Wait, I want to go in there. There's multiple of these shelters sitting around. We're not fully sure what for. Seems to be some for emergency use. Also, I still find it worrying that Jessie is talking to herself in a way that suggests she's not exactly alone in her own head. I'm starting to wonder if the game is in some way aware that we're here. The fourth wall may be broken. Panic. Hidden trend. Oh. Do I have a mod? No, but I have a slot for one. Oh, wait, I have weapon mods. Okay. Let's see. Extra headshot damage or damage while low on health. Let's do extra headshot damage, though I tend to aim a little... My ears just popped and now everything sounds funny. We also picked up some new text. Examination of paranatural topics. Control points. Summary. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the redacted arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by redacted. Detection of an unobstructed ping using the redacted with a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or redacted, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. A common factor in these theories is the control points are susceptible to external influence, which allow us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be redacted. Refer to file 7-25/-2788 for full report. The oldest house is basically where we are right now. Oh, and small tangent. There's someone on Twitter called, I think their name is Phone, who looked into these redacted text. These redactions are actually being generated at runtime. There is text beneath them. Unfortunately, for the most part, the word being redacted, if you could remove these black bars, is literally just the word redacted. But there are a few places where it says something. Sometime after this stream, I actually found and bookmarked the Twitter thread in question. I will link it on my own Twitter after this stream. Just be warned, they look at documents ahead of where we are right now, so it might be spoilers. Still, if you want to peek behind a curtain, it's pretty cool. Yeah, more or less what you just posted, Evie. It's either redacted or redacted with a bunch more E's in it. But there are a few places, where they actually redacted actual text, something that could be of interest. Again, I'll link it after the stream, but be warned, spoilers. It's pretty cool. Fast travel, but we know where to go. Yeah, like that. Huh. The tubes are still in use. Yeah, I can't talk to you right now. Huh, we can do something here.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
So the floating things, people might be some sort of dormant hiss.
We need
Huh.
to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Well, she is the director now because she has the gun, which might also be Excalibur, amongst other things. And, again, we have the gun because the gun is okay with it. Otherwise, I don't know, and I don't think I want to know. Coincidentally, I was just thinking, you know, last time I heard of someone looking for their little baby brother, they got to travel through a magic world full of puppets. Jessie kind of drew the short straw on this, didn't she? Undefined reading. Again, I don't know what this stuff is for. We'll hopefully get an answer soon. So yeah, let's check the map. So we want to go through dead letters.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
I think we just heard the hiss clearly for a moment. Hello! Something called a house memory, and... oh, we have a personal mod. Health recovery per element pickup. So those little blue things give us more health now. Again, we don't know what this stuff turns into yet. Huh, weird. We had a mission briefing. Welcome to the oldest house. Jesse Faden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. Yeah, this is just a synopsis of what already happened, so I'm not going to read that. You're seeing it right now. Hiss agent. Field research on Hiss entity. I should probably note we only called him the Hiss about a couple minutes ago. And then in a random room we find it on a file. How did it get here? Anyway, field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted agent. Confidential. Summary. The Hiss manifest in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. Like I said, the guys we see floating seem to be some sort of dormant Hiss. The Hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. Most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. Goes without saying. These Hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the Hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next state of evolution? When attacked, Hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form? Research is ongoing. Refer to the file redacted for full report. And... oh, we have some correspondence. Travel cost, week 83 report. Summary. Visiting the following Nevada accommodations. Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A+ Lodge. Expenditures: accommodation, $831.29. Meals, $714.84. Gasoline, $295.12. Minibar, and there's a footnote, $313.61. Let's go to the footnote. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. Let me see, there a floater nearby. Oh. Yeah, so if I try shooting one, it just goes bye-bye. It doesn't turn hostile or anything. It's gone now. We don't get anything from it. Oh, God! The hallway just killed me. I don't think I was supposed to go that way. Alright, which way again? Here we go.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Okay, we can't go that way. Down looks better, right? Hello! Anything? No? Okay then. Can't go that way. Ominous. I'm expecting hiss. Where are they? That one had a shield. Oh, and small FYI, if you're wondering why I'm not reloading when I'm low on ammo and have a moment, I can't. Reloading's automatic in this game. Though you can rest assured I will probably still sometimes forget that and press R anyway. And the room pulls itself together, very literally. And What clearance we don't have again? Oh, hey, communications.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Pneumatics. Let's check the shelter. Book club, Samson. Oh, let's get the chest first. It's exclusive to something called Shatter. We'll figure it out later. Better energy. That might be our ammo. Okay. Book club, Samson. Book club notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, unless you, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battle. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and gun space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dog fight between those two are ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. Death didn't even feel necessary at all. And here's the Hiss barrier. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss barrier. Confidential. The Hiss resonant field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede and escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance field seems to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure make the Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree it is watching and planning? Refer to file redacted for full report. Oh man, I'm sorry, the text stopped scrolling. Oh, there we go. So, actually, wait, let me pop that back open real quick. So Samson mentioned something about, battery cylinder launched in his face by a gravitational anomaly. We just saw... Samson, was that you? I mean, it was from that pneumatic tube, but still... How odd.
An object of power. Looks like the Hiss.
Oh god!
We need to cleanse it.
Something up there hates us. So how are you finding all this? Because I'm just weirded out right now. Not that way. Further up.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
We have psychic powers now. Thingamajig, you say? For the trial, the gun's not with us, but yes, we've basically got a new weapon. We can shoot gun, or we can throw crap. And as you can see, it's quite hard-hitting. Hi, guys.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted.
Here they come. Fortunately, there's lots of junk in here. Yeah, we're out of energy. Also, sometimes instead of grabbing stuff, it will literally just rip the level apart. He's coming this way. Hi there! So, yeah, we have psychic powers via floppy disk.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Honestly, I'm just kind of wondering, why a floppy disk? You'd expect it would do, a floppy disk would do something more like computer related, like maybe you need to boot it into a PC or something, but no, it just
This must open the door.
does the thing. We have clearance level 1 now, we can get around a bit better. Oh hey, another... If I'm not mistaken, Hiss can respawn, and hitting a control point stops that. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Apparently, the house's layout is ever changing.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Thank you for staying up with us. Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy.
Thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's Suspicion Con. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room.
There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling or writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
One of those local weird late night radio shows. I suspect the Bureau uses them for leads. I suspect some of the calls might be from the Bureau itself. Why did I get that twice? We have some stuff. Hiss Demolition Expert. Field research into Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted demolition expert. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws. That's a worrying statement, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variants to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track redacted. Excuse me. Entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does that tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file redacted for the full report. And Rangers. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed aeronatural abilities beyond some being projected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. The shields we had to shoot down a few times. Considering the advanced training the Hist Rangers are capable of applying to this situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hist able to tap into their combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file redacted for the full report. Okay, here's the floppy disk we got. OP5-KE. Containment procedure. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose materials. Description/para utility. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. So it's a disk with launch codes that launches things. Huh. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it for a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to, well, you know, I just realized as I say this, how much you want to bet it's our name under that? I mean, when we named the bad guy's Hiss, it started showing up in the documents. It's possible that's our own name redacted under there. Anyway, for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in redacted by agents redacted and redacted with the CIA, the diskette contained launch codes to redacted missiles, but probably the nuclear missiles launched mentioned above, believed to be reserved for use against redacted, probably the US if you want to be honest. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Yeah, that's the thing we just listened to. Don't need to wait. Hello? Ow, damn you! Where do I want to go right now? I'm a little lost. Okay, we want to go down. Yeah, so we want to keep going towards... Yeah, okay, clearance level 1. Let's go to the mailroom. I regret going to the mailroom. He can dodge our attempts to throw things. Bullets, however, are another problem. Oh god, we're dying. Yeah, okay. I did play this part before. I think it took me a couple attempts. Remember, don't throw, just shoot. And then move after a few shots because he's about to throw something. Move it. It's safe to throw at the other guys, though. Into hiding. Damn it. did he go? Something shot at me. There's another hiss in here. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should go to the second floor right away. The good news is, I mean, we're right outside the boss room, so it's not a major loss when we die, just kind of annoying.
They can
Okay.
fly now. Great.
Okay, into the stairwell. Oh god, it's not as good as I thought. He still had a shot at me. Actually, good. I can use the hell. Thank you. Where'd he go? Yeah, okay. Actually, I just had an idea. Let me test it. Okay. I know he dodges if I throw at him, but what if I wait till he's holding something?
They can fly now. Great.
Not quite as expected. Didn't run soon enough. But it looks like if I hang real far back on the bottom floor, I'm usually out of his line of sight. Excuse me, water time.
Great.
Into hiding. Time to hide. Excuse me. There we go.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Yeah, hotline chamber. It's marked on the signs. Apparently this is where all the tubes go.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
I'm not sure I'd call that good luck. There was also a file here. That's not what I meant to do.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Energy gained from headshots. Spiffy, but I prefer the extra damage. Saw this already. Hiss elevated. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau of Air Utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, while others prefer to launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? It is possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to file redacted for the full report. Was there something else? Yep. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. Albert Tamansi. This thing's got some weird stains on it, and I don't know what this is.
The Hiss got him.
Oh, hey, there's another file. But AWE 17. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at Redacted, which had been connected to a total of redacted disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. Oh dear God. They're using him like D-class personnel. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, redacted days later. Found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during the incident. Interesting. Also, slightly worrying. They work here but do not seem to fully understand it. There's places they haven't been. Hotline room.
The hotline
Yes.
can't be far now.
I can't just run through that way. Oh, here we go. I can hear the hotline ringing. A security log for it. Hotline security log. All visitors must check in. Let's see. There's Trench. Bill Everett, custodian. Trench again. Bill. Bunch to Trench. Bill, director, Bill, someone named Carol Bishop at the very end.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the Black Pyramid.
We have been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty. No. This seems to be the light cord we just read about, which means if I pull it... Well, that's interesting. I think I have to pull it again.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them. Like something recognized from a dream.
You know, I always have to answer my phone because I'm job hunting. So, you know, whatever it is, I have to answer in case it's one of my applications getting back to me. I've been starting to sass some of the spam calls. Like, if I ever get called by one of those home solar things, I just tell them, sorry, the sun has set on this conversation, and quickly hang up. Which is maybe a bit needless of me, but look, you hear it enough times, you start getting fed up.
Hello? Anyone here?
We can't leave. Actually, anything behind the counter? You know, it just dawned on me, we seem to be in the ocean view, but, where is the ocean view? I mean, last I checked, we were in the oldest house when we just pulled on a light cord, and suddenly we're here. Anything I can do with this? Hello? Wait a second. It's making the doors open and close. Okay, let's go hit it again then.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
They did mention a door with a black pyramid. Did we see one somewhere? Maybe down the other hallway. This looks interesting. No, it's a white pyramid. This looks good. I think I had to pull it a couple times again. One more! Pick up the kitty. No, really, this is going to get freaky. You might need it. Though I have a cat like that. Will gladly climb into my lap to cuddle. Freaks the hell out if I try to pick him up. I think we're pretty sure he used to be feral and I kind of sort of tamed him. Also, I'm starting to wonder how that board audio was made. Like, if we could somehow reverse the weird filtering it's under, would it actually be saying anything? Or is it just, like, weird noises? Hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Yeah, you go over here. Nope, nope, no! We don't want to be that close. Let's keep the relation long distance, okay? Oops. Lead it around. I hear that ringing again. Wait, what does it mean past selves?
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Also, because I hadn't mentioned
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Again, worrying implication there's somebody here. Game may or may not be having some fourth wall awareness. Anyway, what I was about to say is, because I hadn't mentioned it yet, this is by Remedy, so if you've played Alan Wake or Max Payne, yeah, same company. Kinda shows. I know you guys streamed Batten Kaitos, but I can't recall much of it off the top of my head. Oop, file. What? What do I got here? Extra healing, cheaper launch costs. What I need to... Okay, the object for the hotline. OP3-UE, containment procedure. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Which is us right now, so that's cool. Description / para-utility. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs redacted. The object allows the director to communicate with the redacted. If, well, said something about the board / past selves, so that's probably the board there. If used by anyone other than director, the object will cause lethal redacted. See Dr. Darling Presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. It's bound to us now. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. Battery of tests were run on the object, including redacted and redacted, but its origin remains unknown. And a supplement. According to the testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside the room, they were transported to the oldest house. Basically what just happened to us. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Yeah, we saw others with symbols on them. I'm not sure if we'll be going through any of them, but it seems to be a hub of some sort. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redacted light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the redacted and redacted sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is redacted, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more details. All stuff we have right now. What's all this hotline stuff?
I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Am I the only one getting big XCOM vibes off this guy? Anyway, I realized what you're talking about with Bat and Kaitos, where you were the spirit in that game. We might be in a similar situation. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do.
Yep.
Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess. The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Oh, yeah. I have a Pitbull boxer mix that does not take storms well. Also, with that file out of the way, I'm getting the feeling... You might remember there was a file earlier where they were having trouble finding the Ocean View. I'm starting to get the feeling the Ocean View is, nowhere on Earth. Might be a pocket dimension or something like that.
Something's coming. The whisper's growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. A retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
You know, I said I was getting big XCOM vibes off this guy, but now that you mention it, X-Files fits better. Yes. Here's the last one, then we get back to playing. It referred to it as Bureau/game. That's, implying some cracks in the fourth wall. Troubling. Okay, is there a control point nearby? Yeah, should be. Man, this thing is good for handling those shields. That was stupid of me. So it appears telekinesis just rips shields right off of people. Man, my aim is terrible. Yeah, okay, control point should be right outside and then I can fast travel. Handy. Oh, that's where I am, I think. So we want to go back to Central. So, you know, the game hasn't commented on it, but I have this weird feeling that fast travel is not just a game thing and something happened. You know, where's the boardroom again? Behind us, it's over there.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
But first, files. Analysis of Hiss Threat Part 1, Confidential Summary. Initial encounters with the entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by the corruption. The one known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed theory. That's probably going to come back to bite us later. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She's able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested the ability on a Hiss-corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's psychology becomes reliant on the Hiss physiology. More work to be done. Refer to file redacted for all report. Oh, excuse me, I forgot to cover my budgie. I usually have them covered before a stream, but I was pretty eager to get rolling tonight. Hi.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the Hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
So, I think when I last played this, I stopped.
Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Right after finding the hotline. So from here on in, we are very much blind.
Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Don't be stupid. What would the Bureau's golden child have to gain from killing the boss?
Also, so we know the HRA devices are these weird harness thingies they're all wearing. And they were handed out for a couple weeks before all hell broke loose. This implies the guy handing them out knew shit was about to go down, which is worrying. Yeah, because I don't remember abilities being a thing. So what can I do here? I got health, energy, melee damage, or launch damage. Ooh. Ooh, I can make launch do weird stuff. Throw explosives back, enemies when their health is low enough, large enemies when their health is low enough, larger objects. And, oh god, multi-launch would be awesome. And as I hit milestones, I get things. For now, let's take some health. Well, let's just take the health boost. I have a weapon form slot, whatever that means. Shatter. High stopping power of a scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies. So, this is a shotgun. Thank you. So it looks like the stuff I've been getting is for crafting mods and stuff. Board countermeasure. You know, before I go mucking with that, we did get a hotline thing about it. Oh, and you can have a weapon. Yeah, less projectile spread on shatter sounds nice. Countermeasures are missions. Okay. Let's see what they want. Can I just take all of them? So it's kill with headshots, kill using spin, but I don't think we have that. Service enemies in shatter mode, which I just got. Pierce mode. Oh, okay. Looks like I've taken all I can right now. Enemies and executive. We'll take... It looks like this is all optional, so useful if I can do it, but otherwise don't panic. Where do I want to go? Search for a way into the maintenance sector.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
I'm right here, you know.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Sector elevator.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Yeah, I think this was the thing that was blocked off earlier.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face. The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
It occurred to me Ahti does not have one of those harnesses on, which is curious. Well, that's two. We only have one.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Oh, I see you. Oh, middle mouse button works too. Cool. Well, let me just check something real quick. Okay. F is my switch button. I didn't see it tell me earlier. Oh yeah, this thing kicks. And the place goes back to normal question mark. Can't find your office? Watch your step. Where are you?
What's down that way?
What was that? What is that doing? Chase the merry-go-round horse object of power. Sure, this makes perfect sense.
This place makes me nauseous. An object of power. How do you think it got down here? A carousel horse. Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
Oh, cool. I finally have an evade ability. Nope, didn't work. And it gives you a long jump. Spiffy! Oops. Yep.
Let's see the Hess keep up with me now.
Okay, so this was a good diversion.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, että this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
Did Ahti hear her monologuing? It seemed like he did.
Yep. Burn the trash. Throw it in the fire. Burn it all. Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose.
I was wondering what he was speaking. Because I'm betting some of the longer things he said in Finnish is something I should not repeat in English. Where am I going?
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Escaped object of power. Okay, we should switch back to the pistol for headshots, I guess. Merry-go-round horse. OP-16-KE. Containment procedure. Object should be kept in a confined space when unbound. Description/para-utility. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when redacted its path. The object is currently bound by... Again, I have the sinking suspicion it's us under there. Background. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local Redacted reported that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to Oh, I was right. They are using this as a show as a lead. Agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local Redacted were found dead at the scene. The object attacked agents Redacted by Redacted. Agents invoked Formula C.5 to redacted the object long enough to redacted. Yeah, it's very SCP Foundation. Attention maintenance staff. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. Your security chief, Simon Irish.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Interesting.
Hey, are you new? Go talk with Chief Arish in the security booth. He's in charge here.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
Oh, ventilation, it looks, is... Oh! Useful. To be fair, is anyone here ever not in over their head? This place is weird. Let's start boosting launch. Because I want to start doing the weird stuff, so... Cool pumps are around here. Okay. So that happened. Actually, we probably have a file on him now. Hiss charged. Summary. The Hiss charged agents are examples of extreme physical deformation resulting from Hiss corruption. Hiss charged display an unthinking fixation on any non-corrupted individuals in the area. Once within a specific proximity, they erupt in a burst of focused hiss resonance so dense that it acts as a physical force. The hiss charged is depleted of the hiss corruption after the eruption. The host is left lifeless. This behavior may be an adaptive response to the HRAs. The hiss charged are designed to blow the device off the potential host, exposing them to resonance. Is the hiss capable of customizing a corrupted host's alterability to this degree? Why is this physiology of the hiss charged so dramatically different from the host's original form? Lots of questions, no answers. Refer to file redacted for the full report. I was about to say that I wonder what a normal day at this place must look like. Then I realized we're probably experiencing that right now. Oh hey, the furnace chamber is this way. We need to go do a thing down there.
Power cut. Replace the parts.
This probably goes somewhere. Oh, up there. Oh, hey, I hit one. Where are ya? Where are ya?
I don't like that sound.
Guess we just keep going down for now. I think I'd rather the armor damage. Yes, useful. I guess we can check the furnace chamber on the way back out.
Go to city. Fix it fast. If the plant goes boom, we can throw the spoon in the core.
We've just been walled in. There's hiss about. Glog complaint. That gross blockage down in the water systems is back. What the fuck is it, and where does it keep coming from? And why the hell does Adi keep yelling nonsense at it? He acts like it can understand him. Of course he acts like we can understand him, too. Guess that's just his brand of crazy. I'm gonna try out a new drain cleaner. Extreme strength. Oh, here we go. Not you. I guess I was supposed to bring that thing up. Oh, no, here we go. We'll just use one of these. Where are ya? We're not done in here yet. I'm missing something. Not you.
Shit. What now?
My old enemy, the Glock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He's very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap. Get rid of him.
Okay, he didn't appreciate that. You know what I just realized? Let's get these two because we know those are ones I can do. I don't have enough to make either of these.
We need to fix this thing ASAP.
Looks like it's just a matter of staying far enough back.
Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Ew. That's just unsettling. Oh, welcome back. We're, dealing with a clog.
Just hold together a little longer.
Let me recheck the tunnels. I feel like I missed something. Oh, looks like everything's accounted for.
There go the pipes. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
Well, that's the furnace chamber, but we can't go there yet. Hello! Whoops. Yeah, okay. Let's just check back. Yeah, I want to see if I can go to the furnace room anyway, so let's check down there again.
Just hold together a little longer.
Still blocked. I think we could take this guy, just have to keep throwing crap at him. Also, while I'm thinking about it, shotgun.
We need to fix this thing ASAP.
Oh, there he is. Although now I noticed we're getting locked in when we enter the room. We probably don't need to hang around there anymore. We'll leave him for now and come back. Let me see. Yeah, here's the furnace chamber. Ooh, that's bright.
My name is Dr. Pierce, lead researcher.
By trash, did Ahti mean barrels full of hazardous? Seems like I'm breaking some environmental regulations on waste disposal, but if that's what Ahti wants, then I'll get it done.
There's something down there. Oh, here, there was a file. That one in a moment. Mail tube complaint. Hey, Bozer, get this. The accounting department still says they haven't received any expense reports. They say the receipts probably get lost in the mail tubes because of a shift or a threshold or some fucker in that I don't have the originals. They can't verify my expense for reimbursement. This is such bullshit. Why do we even use these fucking tubes if they just spit our mail out in some other goddamn dimension? Just venting here before I make a formal complaint. Useless pieces of shit. Rodriguez. Did we hear this?
My name is Dr. Pierce, lead researcher of the Parakinesiology Department. I believe that I've discovered a Code Omega paranatural entity residing within the Bureau itself, right under our noses. Darling refused to allocate me the budget or resources, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Let this recording be the proof I need to convince them. The furnace can speak. It's been talking to me for some time now. Listen. Did you hear that?
No.
It's a sentient force, capable of communicating. I checked, and there's no record of ever installing this furnace. I believe that... Oh, sorry. What? Yes, I can feed you. What do you eat? I see. I'll try to find some volunteers.
Very, Little Shop of Horrors. She might be right, and that would explain why we're chucking waste in this damn thing.
My name is Dr. Pierce.
Oh, right, we heard this before. Before it finished, I was going to say I suspect she jumped in at some point. That might still hold true. There's at least one or two barrels left. Where are they now? There's one of them. How the hell long was that hole there? Illegal trash disposal, feeding terrifying cosmic entity. Both? You decide. Oh god, are you suggesting those were people barrels? I mean, knowing this place, I wouldn't put people barrels past them. Oh, hey. Do I have enough? Yeah, okay. Now I can launch people's explosives back at them. And yeah, I'll want to keep boosting this one, especially since most of the abilities are cheap until the very end. Be easy to max out. Anyway, it's like 10:56. I usually go to 11, but we hit a nice part to stop for now. Which means it's time to find someone to raid. Let's see who's doing something interesting. Who's doing something interesting? Actually, it looks like we have... Oh, hey, Rue's playing Tribes of Midgard. That's a game that just released that had my interest. Let's see how that's looking. So I'll be back at this Thursday starting at about 8. And Friday I usually play something else. I'm not sure what I'm going to do then. I'll have to think about it. For now, though, let's see what Tribes of Midgard is about. Remember to say hi.